What is up guys, Eric here from Real Film Reviews bringing you another movie review, this time for the new Robert De Niro film, The Intern. The Intern is the story of a 70-year-old retired man, played by De Niro, who finds a flyer for a new up-and-coming internet company who wants to have elderly interns. Anne Hathaway happens to run this company, he is accepted to be an intern and he becomes her assistant, and she's kind of this like mean boss, and it's kind of this weird dichotomy between young and old. Now, going into The Intern from the ads that I'd seen of it, I thought it was going to be like a comedy, kind of like just some dumb, like, oh yeah, he's old, she's young, there's a bunch of technology, everything goes wrong. But in reality, this movie actually had a lot more heart than that. It still wasn't a perfect film, but it was better than just your average little like, oh, it's a dumb comedy with two famous people who decided to sign on. Now, the best part about this entire movie was Robert De Niro. He really sold the like, I'm a nice grandpa, old school businessman type of feel, and it went super well with Anne Hathaway, who was also good. She wasn't as good as Robert De Niro in the film, with her, you know, harsh kind of young business person who's super stressed out all the time and constantly doing things, and it worked really well between the two of them in this movie. And honestly, one of the other best things about this movie was the scenes where it was kind of just the two of them talking. Scenes where there wasn't any other side characters, it was just Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro having conversations, because it felt extremely genuine and real in those moments. This movie also had some funny moments in it. It wasn't exactly a full-blown comedy, but it did have funny aspects to it in some sequences, and the beginning of the movie I thought it was going to get really old fast because it seems like all their jokes were going to be like, oh, he's old and doesn't understand technology, but they actually got a lot better throughout the film, and that was mostly due to some of the side characters, some played by Adam Devine and other well-known kind of side actors in films, and some of them were actually really funny sequences that involved them, and I think that they kind of helped bring some more comedy to the film so it didn't feel so, you know, young and old generation kind of butting heads, and it would have felt honestly more like a drama, I feel like, if there wouldn't have been those side characters. In terms of cons with this movie, the main one I have is Durs from Workaholics plays Anne Hathaway's husband in this film, and there's a couple sequences where he's supposed to sell some emotion, and he didn't do a very good job. It doesn't ruin the movie, but he's good in the scenes where he's just playing the dad and the husband, but in scenes where he's supposed to be like an emotional husband towards Anne Hathaway, it just didn't really work for me. The only other two things that were really wrong with this movie is there were a couple moments in the movie where the script kind of jumped to a totally different tone, and it was a little jarring, but it only happened really once. And even then, it wasn't that bad, but it did kind of throw me off because the movie felt much more lighthearted, and then all of a sudden it kind of took a turn towards drama. But it didn't ruin the movie. And then the other thing is the end of the movie. I personally didn't like it, and I didn't think it really made that much sense with the way the whole movie had gone, but that's whatever. In the end, this movie's not bad, and it's not really great either. It's kind of just a whatever film. It's a film that you can go see with your girlfriend or with your family or your friends or whoever, and you'll have a pretty good time. It's just kind of a nice little sweet film where you can see Robert De Niro be a nice guy who makes you think about your grandpa, and it kind of does have some fun moments with the old generation, new generation type of dichotomy, but besides that, it's kind of just a nice little movie, and no one's really gonna get their feelings up in arms about this movie. No one's gonna hate The Intern, but no one else is really gonna love The Intern either. I think it's just gonna kind of fall in that middle ground. I'm gonna give The Intern a B-. It was a fun idea for a movie to see the old and new business kind of colliding, and I think De Niro and Hathaway gave pretty good performances. It had a nice, cute script, and nothing about it was really that bad. I feel like it could have done a little better knowing what tone it wanted to go for the movie, because the one tonal shift did kind of feel like it came out of left field. But besides that, this is just a nice, cute movie, and if you want something nice to go smile at for a while, go see The Intern. As always, guys, I'm Eric. If you enjoyed this review, please do like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of The Intern, share everything we do here on Real Film Reviews, and I hope to see you guys later.